Okie dokie, everybody. Okie dokie. I want to talk about my Silent Hill obsession. There's a couple games that I get into a lot, and one of those game franchises is Silent Hill. I love Silent Hill. I'm a big fan. Big fan. Now, this is a poster of Silent Hill. This is the movie poster. It says in theaters April 21st. So this is when the movies came out. I personally didn't like the movies. The movies changed the original story and kind of made it really shitty. Okie dokie. So let's talk about Silent Hill. I first played Silent Hill when PS1 was out, back when I was real little. So these games kind of have a chunk of my childhood connected to them. When I was in 6th grade is when this was really popular. I was into it like you wouldn't believe. Back then we didn't have IGN and shit like that to tell us about video games, so we had to read it all in those magazines to find out stuff about it. Silent Hill was really cool games. Silent Hill 1 was the one I played back when I was a kid. And then Silent Hill 2 came out on the PS2, PlayStation 2. So I had to get a PlayStation 2. One of the first games I bought was this. This game was one of the best Silent Hills of them all. And then Silent Hill 3 came out, which I don't have here. It sucks that I don't have it, but I don't. Silent Hill 3 was really good too. Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 were the original, created by Team Silent Hill. And then the stuff that started coming out afterwards wasn't exactly the same kind of lore broke. This one is Silent Hill Origins. And this was out on the PS2. And this basically came out when the hype for Silent Hill Homecoming was coming out, which was this one. It's not in the same case, but Silent Hill Homecoming had a lot of hype because the people really enjoyed Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. There's not too many fans, not too many people remember these games. They're kind of a thing of the past now, if you talk about it. Silent Hill Homecoming was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and they were doing this stuff. And this game, Silent Hill Homecoming, was all over it. I remember those times I would watch it on Sci-Fi Channel. I'd see the ads for it all the time. It had a lot of hype. But the game itself wasn't that great. I enjoyed it though. I played the shit out of it. But it kind of lore broke, and it was using stuff from the old games. And it didn't have any originality to it. It was just basically copying the old games. It was lore breaking real bad. So was this one. But this one was really good. This was one of my favorite ones. This one was really freaking scary, too. Some of the stuff that went on in this game was really freaking terrifying. I don't know if there was a scene in this game that I still can't get out of my mind. It was terrifying. But this game, a lot of people have talked a lot of shit about this game. This game almost didn't even come out. They almost didn't even come out with this game. That would have been a shame if they didn't come out with it. They made it and canceled it, and then they remade it. Which I'm glad they did come out with this game. Even though it's lore breaking and it's not the same as the originals, I still appreciate this game a lot, and I played the shit out of it a lot. Then came this one, Silent Hill Downpour. Silent Hill Downpour was a really good game. It was lore breaking like the rest of them compared to the original 3. But this game, a lot of people talked a lot of shit about this game. But I remember watching the preview for this game over and over again, the trailer for it, and the hype for this game. I was so hyped for this game. And then it came out, and I played it, and I beat it, and I loved it. But then I watched other people's reactions on it, and they weren't so happy. But the same people that said this game was garbage, the same people made lots of money off their videos that they did on this game. So people that hated on this video game also made lots of money on this video game. I don't want to mention any names of who I'm talking about. Twin Perfect. Twin Perfect. Yeah, they kind of bite the hand that feeds them on this one. They made tons and tons of money talking shit about this game. I like this video game a lot. And this game has a really cool and weird, bizarre soundtrack. If you ever get into the soundtrack on this is one of those games that has a really cool soundtrack. Very strange, very all over the place kind of soundtrack. But yeah, I am a big fan of Silent Hill. But this is all I have. I used to have 2 more video games of it, but those are missing. Silent Hill posters. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Silent Hill, and I'm a lore expert on it all too. So if you ask me some questions, I know a lot about the game. I know a lot about the originals. Lore. When it comes to lore on these ones, these 3, I get a little confused because whoever made these games didn't really dig too much into the lore that was the original ones. So these ones kind of are confusing, but basically all you really need to know is Samael is the devil. He's the red god. He is the reason why it's happening. And that doesn't match what this says. These games say, but whatever, right? Who gives a shit? Okay, so with that being said, this is the end of the video, and I did it all in 7-8 minutes. Goodbye.